My name is Kimmy Wilson. I am currently an elementary resource room teacher for Olathe School District. This is my first year working for them. Previously I've spent 20 years working for USD 367 in Osawatomie. And I'm here to present on Roish versus Fountain, a court case which helped better define the extended school year. Taking a look at it, some important abbreviations we might need to know. An IEP is an individualized education plan. FAPE is free and appropriate public education. LRE, least restrictive environment. ESY, extended school year. And then for this court case, MCPS is Montgomery County Public Schools. Roish, instead of being an individual, is actually a group of disabled students living in Montgomery County, Maryland. Fountain is Dr. Fountain, who was, at the point of this court case, the Associate Superintendent for Continuum Education in Montgomery County Public Schools. And Marvin J. Garbus was a United States District Judge for the U.S. District Court of Maryland, who was the deciding judge in this case. The Roish versus Fountain court case was presented August 24th, 1994, and it was a case that stated simply that MCPS has failed to meet its obligations in regard to extended school year, and they're in violation of the IDEA. Okay, MCPS said no, we've done everything we should be doing, and we've satisfied all statutory requirements, and the plaintiffs want more than what they're actually entitled to. The background for this case, the information that was provided to the court, is that MCPS failed to provide ESY to qualified students for more than 10 years, from 1979, following the court decision in Armstrong versus Klein. And their evidence for this was a 1979 memo by Fountain detailing his objections to previous rulings concerning mandated availability of ESY to students with IEPs. His encouragement of IEP, only ESY eligible students, to enroll in summer enrichment programs that were not IEP based and were basically pay-to-play programs, or there was a cost assessment to them. The district, MCPS, also established a two-step process to determine ESY eligibility, which was later deemed to be ineffective and more of a deterrent to parents. In 1992, they were considered to have inadequate and untimely extended school year notice. And that year as well, there were many delays in making extended school year decisions to limit the procedural rights of students to request a review of their decision to deny extended school year to these students. In 1993, there was a memo from Fountain to his county principals detailing the annual review procedures. He downplayed ESY by omitting references to ESY as a discussion topic during IEP annual meetings. He also promoted the procedure to avoid ESY discussions at annual IEP meetings by directing principals to refer ESY discussions to field office supervisors, which in effect removed discussion of IEP from IEP meetings and added a new level of interference for the parents. He also discouraged teacher attendance at the second step of the eligibility procedure. The decision from the court came down December 29th, 1994. So basically 4 months later, the court decided that MCPS had violated IDEA in multiple ways and must come into compliance immediately. In essence, they said, you got to quit violating IEP requirements, and Roish and his group are entitled to recover their expenses and legal fees from MCPS. And by September 15th, of 1995, I apologize for the typo, lawyers must submit an order that will remedy the situations detailed in the case consistent with the findings of the court. Basically, the court said, straighten up MCPS, do what legally you're required to do, and stop trying to play games with the parents. Stop trying to deny students their rights according to IEPs, and let's just do our jobs. Now, the impact of this decision has been a lot. This case, along with its predecessors, laid the groundwork for a clearer working definition of what the extended school year is. It also set criteria for eligibility for ESY. It better defined district limitations on eligibility for the extended school year. Better defined how districts could limit students and what additional regulations districts were allowed to put in on their eligibility requirements. And this decision helped to redefine and provided for the least restrictive environment for students during ESY, which means that IEP students could now be included with general ed students for their extended school year.